What's up, guys? ArtistVersion1 here, and welcome back to another edition of the 308 Dance. And of course, you can't have the 308 Dance unless you have three people. So joining me, as always, is Shelby, aka Shubz,
Heyo.
and as always, Nick.
What's up?
All right, and before we get into tonight's show here, thank you guys very much for leaving some questions for this episode. Here we got more than two this time, which is great. But we do ask that if you do want to leave, well, I don't speak for Nick and Shelby, but I ask personally that if you do want to leave some questions, make sure they are directed towards all three of us and not just directed towards me, and make sure you're not a fucking dick about it. Okay? All right. So we do have a pretty packed show here tonight. What we're going to do, we're going to talk about some news articles. We're going to play our favorite It Came From eBay game. And then what we're going to do for the meat of the show here, we are going to book our own Smackdown and Raw rosters here. I will be taking over Raw. It's going to be Monday Night Artist. And then we're going to have, the other show, whatever. Because their show's going to suck once I get my roster and everything.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's go ahead and get into the news cycle here. And let's go ahead and start with probably one of the biggest trending news articles of the week here. Mickie James apparently received her quote-unquote care package from WWE. She received her leftover belongings that were in her locker or in a locker room somewhere from the WWE from former head of talent relations, Mark Carano, but they weren't just in a box. They were in a trash bag. And Mark Carano apparently let go because of this, but there is speculation that he did not have anything to do with this and that he was the fall guy.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if he was the fall guy because there was more allegations and other stuff against him. So I think they may have just thought, well, let's can him because he's the one that calls everybody and people know him as that guy. And then we'll just hope that it gets swept under the rug. Because, that's been going on for years with...
Apparently Gail Kim, who was let go for the first time back in 2002, I believe it was. She came out and said that it happened to her, and then recently Maria Kanellis has also said she's received said quote-unquote care package from WWE.
I'm surprised that a wrestler would have a care package to be sent to them. Like, they're on the road all the time, aren't they? How much stuff do they have in storage?
Well, I think when it comes to the female superstars, maybe they have leftover ring outfits.
But wouldn't they carry those on them, though?
Maybe
not always, because the seamstress is always on site for the tapings, especially. So if the seamstress is on site, then they're likely producing outfits and different things as they go. So the seamstress might work and say Raw on Monday and SmackDown on Friday, and start working the outfits for Raw the morning of Raw. So, they might not even take them with them. They might just say, okay, well, and especially with the Thunderdome, they're in one location.
Yeah, maybe like on Friday SmackDown, Mickey's like, hey, I want a Vegas themed, gear for Monday. And Seamstress like, okay. And then once Monday comes, she has it done. And then, oh shit, she was let go. But hey, I still want that gear. So then they send it to her.
Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't picture them having that much control over what they wear. Like, especially in WWE, I could see like other companies.
Look at all the special gears that fucking Zack Ryder had that we never saw on TV. But
yeah, not to mention
Twitter and Instagram. You see them.
Yeah, Rey Mysterio's worn some pretty cool shit at WrestleMania before too, and the New Day, I guess, with all their special costumes and stuff. I guess WWE did come up with that.
Final say: Do we think Carano actually did it, or is he just a scapegoat?
I think it could be either. I think it's more likely he's just the scapegoat after a series of incidences, and they just need another solid reason to get rid of him publicly.
I think he did it.
No.
I think he did it. Shelby?
I have no idea. I've heard good things about him from other people. I mean, Jim Cornette talked really highly about him on his podcast.
Wow,
and
that's
then, you know, and then you hear this stuff about Mickey James and
if I had a nickel for every time Jim Cornette talked nicely about somebody on his show, I would not have a lot of nickels.
Well, he does talk nicely about people, to be fair.
He did say, like he said about Carano, how when he was there, he got the call from him for the induction for the Rock and Roll Express, and then when he went for the ceremony, like Carano was asking him like if he needed anything, if he wanted anything, where he could be able to get stuff, like just listing all of the stuff that Carano offered. He's like, I wouldn't have thought he was a bad guy, but
Hey, for all we know, Carano just didn't shake Triple H's hand one time, and they had it out for him.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, either that or he didn't shake Shawn Michaels' hand.
Or Randy Orton.
Yeah.
Orton.
Yeah.
Poor Mr. Kennedy.
Yeah. All right. Next up here, former Lucha Underground champion Marty the Moth Martinez is making his debut tonight in AEW, but on AEW Dark as he takes on Brian Cage. I don't know about you guys. This is why I added it to the news cycle here. But I, for one, am excited because I was a really big Marty the Moth Martinez fan in Lucha Underground. So that's why I threw it on here. So my question is, are you guys excited for Marty or Martin Cassius as he's being billed as in AEW? Are you guys excited to see Marty again?
I haven't seen a lot of them, I'll be honest, but I'm excited to see him again.
This is literally the first time I'm hearing about this guy.
Oh.
I never watched. Well, I shouldn't say I never. I tried to watch Lucha Underground a couple times. I was not a big fan. I didn't like the style. Yeah, I didn't like the style.
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
Oh, that's worse.
Is it?
Oh man, Lucha Underground was like the best shit. If I had the money to bankroll the next season, I'd bankroll it at the time when they still had all the talent and everything.
Yeah, I was gonna say they don't have the talent.
Yeah, now half of it's gone and shit. But at the time, it was like it had like one of the best cliffhangers ever. You know, like does anybody else have any bad news? I'm like, oh, I was jazzed, man. I was jazzed. All right, so that was a quick one to get through. I'm actually going to include this with it too. So, big championship news coming out here. First things first, Kenny Omega now holds all the gold. He is not only the AAA Mega Champion, he's not only the AEW World Champion, but he is now also the Unified Impact Champion, as on Sunday he defeated, big surprise, Rich Swann to win the Impact Championship. So the question is, where do they go from here? A lot of people online seem to be that they're being booked into a corner here, because the question is who beats them for it. And I just really want this to be the end of Impact.
I want this to be the end of Kenny Omega.
What's your deal against Kenny Omega?
He's not very good. Yes, he can put on a match, but he's not very good on the mic. He doesn't have good facial expressions. He's just, everybody likes fanboys.
I want the people who listen to this, I just want to point this out, that Shubz is the same guy that when we did the top 50 women list, when we critiqued that, like just about every other woman, it wasn't about facial expressions. It wasn't about this. It was about wrestling ability. Now it's about facial expressions and such like that.
Well, I mean, you still got to be able to do that. Like, I'm not a big. Sorry.
I think he's great with promos. You know, I mean, I'm sorry, but like the matches with Okada were just insane. Like those
100%.
really like. That really just changed my mind on like a lot of Japanese wrestling style and shit. I was not really into Japanese style wrestling until I watched those matches. That's the one that really just flipped the script with me and everything. But I'm more like with the other camp of just like, where do they go from here? Like the AAA Mega Championship, whatever, they can do whatever they want with that. They're really not even bringing it up, to be honest.
I didn't even know he won it.
Oh yeah, he's had it for like
until I googled him the other day after he won the Impact World title. I was like, holy shit, he's the AAA champ too.
Yeah, he's had it for like a year and a half now.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I do remember hearing him win it. I just didn't know he was still champ, I
And
guess.
I believe he defended it on like AEW Dark I want to say a couple months ago.
Let's defend a major world championship on our B show.
Yeah. Well, it could be on the C show. It could be on Dark Elevation.
Yeah, I suppose that's probably where it's going next. He'll defend the AAA title there. He'll defend the Impact one on Dark, and then the AEW one on their regular show.
There you go. But but the question is, if this is not the end of Impact, which God, I was hoping it was. If it's not the end of Impact, who else does Impact have that could possibly challenge Omega to take the title away?
I've heard suggestion that Samoa Joe challenges him in an open challenge format at Slammiversary and takes the TNA title back, or the Impact title back.
Yeah.
I've heard that's what a lot of, that's what I'm starting to see anyway, is that especially with the Slammiversary promo coming out and showing Samoa Joe, they're like, wait, are they going to book Samoa Joe versus Kenny Omega, and then Joe is going to be the one to take the Impact title? Otherwise, Moose is the only other one I can think.
Yeah, but Moose lost to Rich Swann.
But Moose is going to whoop Swan's ass, because the story going into this week's show is that Moose is going to whoop Swan's ass for losing to Omega. After Swan beat Moose in the match that they had, now Moose is pissed that Swan
I kind of like
the
I kind of like the Kenny Omega Samoa Joe scenario. I could see Kenny Omega on the mic. I have all the gold. I'm Kenny Omega, blah, blah, blah. And then, fucking Joe's gonna kill you, or whatever his theme music was.
Or even have Taz come out first and just kind of point. And here comes Joe with the
we don't need Taz. Just Samoa Joe comes out. Squash match. Just beats the shit out of him. Coquina clutch, boom, got it. Shit's done.
Yeah, I'd be okay with that. Too. Although I'd rather see Joe in like NWA or ROH or something, though. But I mean, if anybody's gonna,
I don't really think Joe would work in. I don't know. I don't see Joe style fitting in NWA.
I would love to see him face Aldis for the title. Aldis? Yeah, I think that'd
probably be a nice attraction match. But I don't think Joe would work full time in NWA.
Well, the problem is they don't have the talent there. Like, they don't have near as much talent as AEW or anybody like that, right? So,
well, I mean, shit. Once NWA lost Zicky Dice, that's it. That shit's going to hell.
Well, they lost Zicky Dice. They lost Ricky Starks. They lost
James
Caleb Conley. They lost James Storm. They lost Eli Drake. They lost Thunder Rosa. They've lost.
No, they still have Thunder Rosa, kind of.
Thunder Rosa's under AEW contract now.
Oh, okay.
She is all elite. They did put that up. She signed. Okay. Serena Deeb did. I think Serena Deeb transitioned to an NWA contract.
They still got Pope.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose. And Mr.
And Trevor Murdoch.
And Aaron Stevens.
Yeah. Well, they got some people. So in other championship news, the WrestleMania Backlash main event no longer going to be Drew McIntyre versus Bobby Lashley. They have added a monster to the mix. That monster being Braun Strowman.
Oh, the choo-choo train guy.
I finally saw that where they added in the train noise, and I was just like, never again.
Yep. Honestly, I don't even know if I could take Braun Strowman seriously again.
They add in the train noise to Braun, and then, oh God, Raw.
Thankfully, they haven't done it since the time y'all. Since I think the Raw before WrestleMania, I think was the last time they did it, because this Monday they didn't do it.
Honestly, that was enough to kill him.
Which, speaking of Raw this Monday, if for some reason anybody who's associated with Monday Night Raw listens to this podcast, if somehow this slipped through the algorithm or something like that, fuck you. How about that? All right. Anybody associated with the Thunderdome can kiss my ass, okay? All right. So, so what do we think of the triple threat? Does triple threat sound good?
Strowman Express is coming along the tracks, and we're gonna need a bigger boat. Was one of the worst commentary lines.
Well, thank you for the segue, because then that leads us into our next news topic, which is Adnan Virk trends on Twitter for being terrible at commentary. But I'll probably get some heat for this. I gotta tell you, I mean, yeah, we're gonna need a bigger boat. Not a great line, I'll give you that. But I mean, he's fucking better than Tom Phillips. And there's a big debate online about like how bad he is compared to Tom Phillips and such, like, or how Tom Phillips is better than him and everything. I'm sorry, I would rather listen to 50 "We Need a Bigger Boat" than fucking have Tom Phillips on my screen again.
Adnan Virk is giving me Mike Adamle vibes, and I don't like it.
Oh, I've even heard people say online that like he makes Mike Adamle look like fucking Bobby Heenan.
That's a bit of a stretch. Come on, Jeff Harvey. We're gonna have Jeff Harvey.
Well, to be fair, Jeff Hardy did wrestle at one time on WWE television as Jeff Harvey.
Maybe he was watching back then. Was that like a squash in like the early 90s?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but like, I mean, yeah, I will admit that the "We Need a Bigger Boat" line didn't really work. You know, I'll give him that, you know. But I would rather have this guy. I don't know too much about him. Apparently he used to be an ESPN caster and everything like. But I prefer him to Tom. I'm sorry, I can't listen to fucking Tom Phillips anymore.
The thing with Tom Phillips, if we're gonna go on the Tom Phillips thing, Tom Phillips with Graves and Saxton dates back to older NXT, and that commentary team is actually really good from what I remember, because they have the chemistry. Now it just is Graves and Saxton clearly are carrying Adnan Virk. It's not as bad when you're listening to like the banter or anything, but if Adnan's like in control, it's just he derails very quick.
But he also admits that he is not very. He himself also admits that he is not very good. So he's aware that
gotta give him credit for that.
Yeah, he's aware that he is kind of a fish out of water.
You do have to give him credit for that, and I think like even in comparison to Pat McAfee, I think Pat's doing a little bit better, but I wouldn't say very much. He talks way too low at some points, and like it just sometimes I'm like, wait, there's a second dude there with Cole, and I don't know.
But my whole point to putting this story on here was because I read about it this morning. I'm just like, people were just like, bring back Tom Phillips, bring back Tom Phillips. Oh my God, I would rather have this Adnan Virk guy than Tom Phillips, because like I was mad when they got rid of Vic Joseph on Raw, because I think Vic Joseph is severely underrated. Vic Joseph is fantastic. I love Vic Joseph.
Listening to his commentary on NXT, I'm like, why did they ever move him off Raw?
Exactly. You know, like I thought the Vic Joseph, Jerry Lawler, and Dio Madden combo, I thought that worked very well.
Yep.
You know? So yeah, okay. All right, that's all I have to say about that. All right. You know, I'm glad Tom Phillips is not, because like during the whole pandemic, or still in the pandemic, but like in the early pandemic area, every fuck show was announced by Tom fuck Phillips.
Yeah, that's true.
It was Raw with Tom Phillips and whoever the fuck was there. Then it was NXT with Tom Phillips and whoever was there. Smackdown with Michael Cole, Corey Graves, and Tom Phillips. And it was like 205 with Tom Phillips. God damn it! How many shows do you need? Welcome to the pay-per-view. I'm Tom Phillips. Like, I am tired of hearing your stupid fucking voice.
I miss Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't.
No.
What?
I mean, honestly, he was a little over the top, but goddamn, was he
fucking awesome.
Yeah. Did you ever see him when he was on The Score with Renee Young and there was a couple other people too, like before they worked with him?
That's how I knew. That's how
he was like a straight up heel at that point. He would just crush the shows.
I met Renee at that time, actually.
Did you really? That was
So
like
I was
2010, 2011?
Yep. So in 2010, or 2009 into 2010, I took a sports journalism course. And as part of the course, we went on a guided tour of the Score, which in Canada is now Sportsnet 360.
Yeah.
And she actually came right out of the offices, like I guess you would call it like the newsroom offices. She came right out and was like, "Oh, hi, I'm Pat. Anybody a wrestling fan?" And I talked to her for a couple minutes too. She had a big John Cena cutout at her desk at the time, and like a whole bunch of WWE stuff at her desk. Like it was crazy. Like some of the stuff she had there, action figures. Like it was wild.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
But speaking of Mauro Ranallo again, just FYI, just as a BTW, by the way, he actually called the main event for Omega and Swan on Sunday.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. All right. And our final bit of news for the week. I don't know if you guys read this. This was fairly recent news here, but everyone's favorite Vice TV show, Dark Side of the Ring, will be coming back here very shortly, and they announced all 13 episodes that
Yeah,
they
I
will
saw
be
that.
doing. You saw this. All right. So we're gonna go through the episodes and see which ones sound good, which ones don't, and everything. But I think all of them sound pretty good, except for a couple here. One of which I don't even know what the fuck it is. But let's go ahead here. The first one is going to be the season opener, which is going to be about Brian Pillman. How are we looking about Brian Pillman?
That one's going to be interesting.
I think it's going to be interesting, but I think there's another one on here that should be the season opener, and we'll get to there. The next one here, I don't know if these are going to be in order, but these are the lists that they revealed here. But the next one listed is the WCW in New Japan Korea show, which I actually remember watching this show like, oh Jesus, like a long time ago. But like, if you asked me anything that happened in it, I couldn't tell you.
The collision in Korea, yeah,
Collision
that's
in
all
Korea.
I pretty much know.
Yeah, like I remember because like you know I mentioned this before on some of my live shows, but like my sister used to date a guy who their family recorded like everything wrestling. I mean Raw, Nitro, fucking Superstars, every pay-per-view and shit like that. So like to keep me entertained sometimes her boyfriend would bring me like 3 fucking tapes. And on the tapes would be like 3 or 4 hours of shows. So like on like one show would be like Collision in Korea and then like 2 other fucking pay-per-views with it. That's how I know about the show, you know? But again, I've seen it so long ago that I couldn't tell you. And that was one of the few shows that was missing when the WWE Network launched.
Mm-hmm.
So I couldn't tell you which one it is. So the next one here, which I know of this guy, but apparently there's enough history to him where he gets his own episode. But Nick Gage.
Well, I mean, he robbed a fucking bank.
Did he really? See, I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
That's probably what most of the episode's going to be. And people still book him. Like, what the fuck?
Well, I mean, David Arquette's going to be in that episode.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, because I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yep. All right. And the next one here, Grizzly Smith and his family, featuring Rockin' Robin, Sam Houston, and of course Jake Roberts.
Yeah, that one's gonna be good.
I think that one's going to be good. Next up here is the tragic story of the Dynamite Kid.
Yeah.
I think if you're a Dynamite Kid fan, you're gonna like this. No, don't get me wrong. I respect the Dynamite Kid and what he did and everything. I'm just not a huge enough fan to be like, hell yeah, I want to watch that episode.
I can check it out for sure.
I want to see it.
This is the one that I think should be the season opener. Like, don't get me wrong. I like Brian Pillman. His story's tragic and everything like that. But I think this should be the season opener. This should be the 2-hour episode. But the WWE steroid trial.
Yeah, this one's going to be really interesting.
Episode.
Yeah, I think that should be the season opener because apparently only one episode a season gets to be the 2-hour one now, apparently. But I think if anyone on this list should be the 2-hour episode, it should be the steroid one. I think that one is going to be really good. Next up here is famed Japanese federation, FMW. They're going to have their own episode. Okay, don't get too excited. Calm down.
Yeah.
All right. The next one here, again, another one that I'm just like, like, I can't believe they're getting their own episode on this. Again, much respect, but Luna Vachon.
Yeah, that's a weird one.
Yeah,
I mean, like her, if it was the whole Vachon family, maybe like Mad Dog Vachon and such like that. But just Luna. I mean, again, she does have a history in wrestling and such, but like, I just don't think enough to fill an hour, especially not for Dark Side of the Ring. I mean, probably her end was dark.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, again, I'm interested to see what they have to say, but
yeah,
this one's another one. I think that if they were just like, this is the 2-hour episode, I'd be jazzed for.
Yeah.
And
do you think they could talk about this for 2 hours?
I think they could, because fuck, we're still talking about it 20 years later.
I guess.
It's the WWE plane ride from hell.
I can't wait to hear about Goldust singing and like Flair being naked.
This whole episode is just going to be hilarious, I think. Like, there's so many crazy stories from this.
If they came out and said, this is the 2-hour opener, I'd be like, fucking sign me up. Because, like, I mean, this changed a lot of fucking career directions and shit. I mean, this guy, Mr. Perfect got fired. Yeah, exactly. See, me and Nick knew where we were going then. Mr. Perfect got fired. I think Goldust ended up eventually being fired or de-pushed or some shit because of this.
De-pushed. Lesnar's push ended up on hold. Scott Hall got in shit.
Yeah, Scott Hall, because he was fucking slammed.
Yeah.
They almost all
something
died.
went on with Mark Henry too.
Oh yeah, was there something with Mark Henry?
I think Mark Henry was.
See? If they mentioned the Mark Henry thing, that'll be new to me because I've never even knew about that.
Where did I read that? Shit. I can't remember, but I think I read something about Mark Henry and the Big Show, and something happened there too.
And I don't know if it was on the same plane ride from hell. I doubt it was, because otherwise it probably wouldn't be the plane ride for hell. But I remember reading a story about Kurt Angle and Vince getting into.
It was that plane ride.
Was it? Oh,
yeah, plane ride.
Yeah, and Ric Flair was walking around naked or something too, I think. And there's, oh man, that's going to be an interesting episode.
That's going to be a good episode.
Yeah.
I think the next one's going to be a good episode too, because I'm kind of curious, because I know some about it, but not a whole lot. And that's going to be the story of XPW.
I'm interested in this one too.
The spiritual what is it? Successor
of ECW.
Yeah. This one, I don't know what the fuck it is. I have no idea. I have no idea who this guy is. Never heard of him. But Johnny K9.
I've heard of Bruiser Bedlam.
That's what it says in parentheses.
I've heard of Bruiser Bedlam. Yeah.
I'm just trying to think what the fuck that could be about.
Yeah, I've never heard of the guy.
I wonder. Does it have to do with Jose Gonzalez? I wonder.
Apparently, he was a member of the Satan's Choice.
What the hell's the Satan's Choice?
Biker gang.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And what could be the season finale? Again, we don't know if this is the exact air order, but what could be the season finale, which I think would be a good season finale? The story of Chris Kanyon.
You forgot the Ultimate Warrior one.
Oh, I forgot to write down Warrior. Oh, my bad. Okay, yeah, okay. Earlier in the list, there was Ultimate Warrior, which, that's going to be a good one, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the Chris Kanyon one, I'm interested to see. That story has a very tragic end, but I'm very interested to see.
There's some triumph and tragedy into that story.
Yeah.
You know?
Whoa.
So we're looking at a pretty good season here, because to me, I mean, you got the Pillman one, the Korea one. This is just me personally. The Grizzly Smith one, the Steroid, FMW, Plane Ride from Hell, XPW, Canyon, and like, what about Warrior? Like, fucking, don't we already know? The only thing that we don't know is like, what do you fucking have for breakfast the day he died? You know?
It's probably Denny's.
Denny's.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 solid episodes I'm at least looking forward to.
Yeah.
You know? So it looks like it's going to be a good season here. All right.
Yep.
All right. So that is the news. or some of the news this week. So let's go ahead and head on over and play our favorite game, and that is, say it with me, it came from eBay. Yeah, I didn't say it with me, but that's okay. All right, so this is the game where I find some strange wrestling items from eBay, and then I ask Nick and Shubz here to tell me what they think the price is going for on eBay. And I think Nick's won them all except for last week, where Shelby finally won one. So
hell yeah.
You're gonna hang your hat on that as long as possible, huh?
Fuck yeah.
All right, so the first item here is a vintage Smackdown digital alarm clock, and it's actually shaped like a ring. Has the Smackdown logo in the fucking middle of it and everything, and it's a fucking alarm clock.
Which logo?
Awesome.
That does sound awesome.
The Smackdown logo.
Okay, but like they've had a lot of logos. Like what year?
I didn't write down the year. Sorry. What the hell?
It's more of a curiosity thing than I need to know it for whatever.
I want to say when I saw it, I want to say it had to be like at least 2005.
Yeah. Did it have the fist?
No, didn't have the fist.
That'd be cool.
So, Shelby, how much is the vintage Smackdown digital alarm clock in the shape of a ring? Has the ropes going around it and everything. How much is that going for?
$100.
All right. Nick, how much is that going for?
55.
I'm going to give it to Nick because it's only going for $34.99.
What?
Yeah, $34.99.
I'd pay $50 for that.
Damn. All right. The next item here. Oh, this is a fun one here. It is a WCW spoon and fork. It's just a little spoon and fork, and on the end is the WCW logo. No wrestlers, none of that shit like that. Just spoon and fork, WCW logo. New in the package, never been opened. Circa 2000. Nick, how much is this spoon and fork going for on eBay?
$99.99.
All right, Shelby, how much is the WCW spoon and fork, new in the package, going for on eBay?
$10.
Guess what? Nick gets it because it is actually going for $79.95.
That's ridiculous.
Once I saw that, I was like, that one I gotta write down. That's fucking nuts.
That's stupid.
That's fucking nuts.
The clock thing's cool, but a spoon and a fork or whatever, like
spoon and a fork. That's it. It's not even like, there's pictures of like Goldberg and Sting and shit.
Yeah.
It's just the WCW logo. All right. Well, Nick's
2000.
already won the game, but of course we got to do the ass blaster item. I like how that's become the official fucking term for this. The ass blaster item, and I'm gonna go with let's go with this one. Let's go with this right here. If you remember Deuce and Domino, not a lot of people do. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Oh man,
I love Cherry.
Cool. Okay, but they had a valet with them. That valet was named Cherry. And after Cherry broke away from Deuce and Domino, she did do a bikini contest on SmackDown. Well, she is actually selling, or somebody is, I don't know about Cherry herself, but that bikini that was featured in that contest is being sold on eBay, not signed. It's not signed by Cherry. So, Shelby, how much is the Cherry worn bikini going for on eBay?
$250.
$250. Nick, how much is the Cherry worn bikini going for on eBay? Remember, not signed.
$2,500.
Jesus.
$2,500. Yeah, I'm gonna give that to Shelby because it is actually going for $750.
God damn.
$750. All right. So that was it. Came from eBay this week. Fun little game. So that's another one for Nick there because he got 2 out of 3. All right. Now let's get into the part where we kill each other.
Yeah, all right.
So what we're doing for this week is we're living in a world at this moment where Raw and SmackDown have been wiped clean. I have taken over Raw. It is now Monday Night Artists. And Nick and Shubz have taken over SmackDown. And we are going to draft our own rosters for Raw and SmackDown. The rules are simple. All brands are eligible. That's Raw, SmackDown, NXT UK, NXT, 205 Live, if you wanted people from 205 Live. I seriously doubt any of us have anybody from 205 Live. I'd be shocked. No tag teams, by which I mean if you want the New Day, you have to draft either Kofi Kingston or Xavier Woods. You can't have both of them in one pick. And you have to have at least 8 women on your roster. And the way I did mine, I picked my men first and my women last. I don't know if you guys want to do it like that. We'll do the men first, women last.
We kind of mixed ours.
You mix yours? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, since my show, and we're going to do a different draft next week, and we'll tell you guys about that next week. So, Shelby is actually going to go first on that one. So, I'm going to go first here, and we're going to do 2 and 2 to kind of speed along. So, I'm going to give you my first 2 draft picks. They're going to give you 2, and then so forth here. So, I'm telling you, I'm going to fuck y'all up with these first 2. I'm telling you.
I swear to God.
So, hold on. Let me just go ahead and write them down because I get them right off the bat. Let me just write them down here. Because I'm going to write them down and see what we have at the end of the night here.
Yeah.
So, coming over to Monday Night Artist, because I want Monday Night Artist to be, I want it to be a good fighting show. So, my first overall draft pick for Monday Night Artist, I want everybody to please welcome Pete Dunne.
Oh,
Yeah.
Pete Dunne coming over to Monday Night Raw, and coming along with him. Because, again, I want it to be the big fight show. You know, I want there to be big fights every Monday night when you tune in. So, my number 2 draft pick, Shinsuke Nakamura.
Where did I? There he is.
So you had Shinsuke on your list, huh?
We did. You didn't pick the person I thought you were going to pick.
Okay. All
Nick.
right. So who is coming over to who is coming to the Shelby and Nick SmackDown?
Nick, I'll let you say the name.
with our first overall pick, Smackdown, under its new leadership. Welcome to the one and only Adam Cole, baby.
Adam Cole. Okay. All right. Your
And
second?
then number 2, we have the Blackheart, Tommaso Ciampa.
Okay. That does throw a little bit of a wrench in my plan, but not too much. Because I had him in my top 10, I think, didn't I? Oh, yeah. Damn. He was my 5th one. Okay. All right. So back to me. But that's okay because, you know, we can still have some big fights here on Monday Night Artists because with our 3rd overall draft pick, you know, you have Tommaso Ciampa, and that's a damn shame because Tommaso Ciampa had one of the best matches at WrestleMania weekend. But too bad we'll never see that rematch because coming to Monday Night Artists is going to be Walter.
You son of a bitch. Fucking number 3.
And coming with Walter because look up in the sky right now. You see that in the sky? Do you see that? I believe that's an unidentified flying object. I believe people call that a UFO. Say hello to Cesaro.
Fair enough.
Cesaro coming to Monday Night Artist. Okay. All right, you guys are up.
Yeah. Nick?
Okay, so he had kind of a further breakout performance on night 2 of NXT TakeOver Stand and Deliver.
Oh, I don't like
And perhaps we will see a rematch. Please welcome Mr. Kyle O'Reilly.
Okay. Kyle O'Reilly. I thought you were going somewhere else with that, but okay.
Never know. Maybe the next one is. The
Yeah.
next pick for the B show, as in best show,
Okay.
SmackDown.
All right.
is KO Kevin Owens.
Ah, okay. You did kind of fuck me there a little bit, but that's okay. That's all right. That's okay, because with these next two, I can still work with this. With these next two here, they have had some of the best matches in NXT in a long time, especially during this pandemic era. So coming over first to Monday Night Artist, the big man we all know and love, Keith Lee.
Oof. Okay.
And coming with him, not T-Bar, but Dominic Dijakovic.
We didn't even have him anymore.
We didn't have him, did we?
No.
No, okay.
I consider him teabag, so.
Well, if he's coming to Monday Night Artist, he's going to be Dominic Dijakovic again.
Yeah, fair enough. That's a better name.
Hold on, I got to delete the ones y'all took already. Hold on. Okay, go ahead.
I want to do the next one. All right. So first one to Smackdown on this round is probably the greatest competitor of all time. The phenomenal AJ Styles.
AJ Styles. Okay, not bad.
Probably my favorite, actually.
And next up, this kind of spices things up a bit, I guess.
Yeah.
Ilya Dragunov.
EJ Dragunov. All right. Okay. From NXT UK, for those of you unaware of, EJ Dragunov. Well, Monday Night Artists, we also want some hard-hitting battles, but we also want some hard-hitting battles. We also want some people who can fly and everything like that. So, believe it or not, my next pick, or next two picks, kind of relate to that. So, believe it or not, the first one I'm going to have coming to Monday Night Artists, we're going to have Buddy Murphy.
Oh, damn.
Okay.
Buddy Murphy can go. I mean, I'm telling you, because when he comes to Monday Night Artists, unlike Paul Heyman, unlike Vince McMahon, I'm going to make him a star. And considering building stars here, I'm going to make this man a star too, especially because he can go with the big boys. He can go with the little boys and everything. And that is, with our second pick, we take Mustafa Ali.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, I think you want to probably do the second one, Nick.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So with the first pick for this round, Smackdown, presented by Nick and Shubz, takes the greatest technical wrestler on the roster, Daniel Bryan.
Okay.
And our second pick of this round, oh yeah. Oh, man. Oh, Shayna Baszler.
Fucking Shayna Baszler. Shayna Baszler, huh?
Was it 8 women?
At least 8, yeah.
At least 8. Okay, good.
Shayna Baszler. All right, since you want to break out a woman, I'll break out one of mine for the next round. So, again, sticking with that big fight feel, guys who like to throw hands and everything, coming to Monday Night Artists, former NXT Tag Team Champion, Timothy Thatcher.
Oh.
Or T-Thatch, as we call him.
We didn't even have him, did we?
No.
Fuck, that's a name I didn't even think of. I don't know why, but...
And since you want to break out women and everything like that, of course, when it comes to Monday Night Raw, when it comes to big fight feels and everything, you know her, you love her, you got to have her. It's the Queen, Charlotte Flair.
All right.
We'll be all right.
Yeah, you say that.
We'll be all right. All right, so SmackDown. Next draft pick is Becky Lynch, the Irish lass.
Okay.
And
I think that's what it was. That was the rule I was thinking of earlier. Was inactive people count? I think that's what it was.
Oh, okay.
And with the next pick, to bolster the SmackDown Women's Division from NXT, Io Shirai.
Io Shirai, not bad. Okay. All right, you busted out 2 women. I'll go ahead and bust out 2 of mine here. So again, like sticking with that theme, because when you tune in to Raw, when you turn into Monday Night Artist every week, I want you to be ready for some big fights, right? And you can't have a big fight unless you have Raquel Gonzalez.
Okay.
And hold on, let me just write that down. Raquel Gonzalez. And trying to think, if I don't say this name and I lose her, will it be okay? I think it will be. So I'm going to go with an unconventional pick because I liked this person when they debuted a couple years ago, and they came back recently. So Monday Night Artist is drafting from NXT UK for big fight Mondays and such. We're going to take Mako Satomura.
Who?
Mako Satomura.
Yeah, I'm not up to date.
Oh, man, you're missing out then, bro.
I mean to watch more NXT
For those of you who don't know who Mako Satomura is, go watch Toni Storm versus Mako Satomura in the semifinals of the Mae Young Classic. Then you'll know who the fuck Mako Satomura is.
Fair enough.
All right, go ahead.
All right. So, SmackDown for our next pick takes the child beater, Rhea Ripley.
Oh shit! I think I had her, didn't I? Oh no, I didn't. Oh, okay. The child beater. God, I want that to become her fucking gimmick.
Be a great gimmick for a heel.
Oh my god! Coming to the ring now from wherever Australia, the child beater.
Rhea Ripley. Oh fuck.
Oh shit. Okay. And your second?
And Mrs. Johnny Gargano, Candice LeRae.
Right. Okay. LeRae. All right. So, all right. We want to stick to women right now. So, okay. So let's go with. You know what? She hits hard. So you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and grab her. I don't think you guys have her, but I just want her, and that is coming to Monday Night Artist, and that is Miss Xia Li.
I thought you were gonna say Nia Snaps. Sorry.
Well, she is a snack. That's okay. Don't worry about it. But joining Xia Li, now she may not hit as hard as the rest of them, but again, when it comes to that big fight feeling, okay, when it comes to big fights, you can't help but think of this name, and that is the legit boss herself, Sasha Banks.
All right. SmackDown Live's next pick is the toughest competitor right now. The Universal Champion, Roman Reigns.
Okay. All right.
Who was after Xia Li, sorry?
Sasha Banks.
That's it. Just trying to.
And your second?
The Vision, Seth Rollins. Whatever Vision is, still not sure.
The Visionary.
Right.
I do like that gimmick. That's a good gimmick.
All right. Again, sticking with the hard fight, the big fight feeling, we take the original bro, Riddle.
Okay.
And coming with them, again, sticking with those people who can fight, but also fly, we'll take the former NXT Cruiserweight Champion and Santos Escobar.
There.
Next up, Karrion Kross.
Good. Oh, well, there you go. There went your ratings right there.
And the other half of the best match on WrestleMania weekend, Finn Balor.
Okay. What was the other half of that?
Karrion Kross.
No, I mean the other half of the best match.
Finn Balor.
No. Okay, no, you said Finn Balor was half of the best match, so who was the other half of that?
Karrion Kross.
No, okay, you're saying Karrion Kross, but who was the other half of the best match of WrestleMania?
Oh my god.
I don't think he knows how halves work.
Nick got it. It's all I needed.
I got it. I was just playing with you.
All right. So, since it's 2-2, and thankfully I wrote these two down together, so I actually do get a tag team here on Monday Night Artists, and they kind of fit both of what I'm looking for. You know, they kind of fit, hard fighting style mixed with some high flying and such like that. And since we get 2 picks for this round, they kind of match up. And I'm going to take the Street Profits and Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins.
Damn.
I guess Nick didn't like that pick.
I guess not.
I wanted Montez.
Yeah, he was on.
I originally just had Montez, but I was like, I wanted just Angelo Dawkins because I like Angelo the best. But then I was like, well, fuck it, it kind of fits what I'm going for: hard fighting plus a little bit of flying in there. So I was like, fuck it, grab them both. Whatever happens.
Yeah.
All right, you guys are up.
Nick.
Next up, we got. I guess we got Mr. himself, Johnny Gargano. Mr. Canada.
Mr. himself.
Mr. himself.
And then our next pick would be the hugger, Bailey.
Okay. That was going to be my backup choice if y'all picked Banks before I got to her. Yeah. Okay, so coming over to Monday Night Artist, he doesn't really fit with either one of the styles I'm looking for, but I think he'll be able to adjust to it. And that is Mr. L.A. Knight. And joining him will be, of course, I had her as my number 1, but, I wanted to get my other ones, the priorities
Snacks.
done. Do what?
Is it not a Snacks?
No, come on. You know me better than that. The sassy Southern Belle herself, Lacey Evans, will be coming over to Monday Night Artists and leaving her husband and joining me.
That's another name we didn't have.
Yeah, there's reasons for that.
Shut up.
Fair enough.
Fuck your mama.
Nick?
Okay, so next up we have former NXT UK Women's Champion Toni Storm.
Oh, damn, that's one I had.
And next, the former Cruiserweight Champion, Jordan Devlin.
Okay. Jordan. All right, so that takes Toni Storm off my board, but that's okay. All right, so then coming over to Monday Night Artists will be, I'm going to grab her before you get her, and that is going to be Shotzi Blackheart.
Okay.
Okay, Shotzi Blackheart, and joining her, ooh, I kind of fucked up my whole rotation there. All right, I'm going to take a calculated risk here. And joining her will be the Tortured Artist and Dexter Lumis.
Oh, dang it. Oh, shit. Okay, so that leaves us with... Okay, so the current... our next pick. Current NXT UK Women's Champion, Kaylee Ray.
And that rounds us out for the divas. I mean women. Yeah. We can have more, but we don't necessarily have to.
Yeah, see, I almost rounded it out and just put more women because I couldn't find any more men, but I was like, nah, I just want to eat.
Yeah, we do have other women on here if we have to get to them, but we'll see how this goes. The next one, Aleister Black.
Oh, damn, he's on my list.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's low down though. He was one of the ones I'm like, I guess I'll take him.
Yeah.
So let me delete him. Okay. Like out of 32 men, I put him at number 30. All right, and for my last woman, since y'all took Toni Storm, and since Nick is so fucking destined for me to have her, I will take Nia Jax, because when it comes to the big fight feel, come on, gotta have Nia Jax.
Irresistible force, huh?
Exactly. And since again, matching that big fight here, I want the big man from NXT UK. I want Mr. Dave Mastiff.
Ooh, that's a name we didn't get either.
Yeah.
Shit. I was trying to think of more UK guys, but I couldn't come up with any.
Speaking of big men, our next pick, with the Beast from Belfast, Killian Dane.
Shit, that's another one on my list.
And with our next pick, we will take a former member of the Undisputed Era, Roderick Strong.
Okay. Well, since this kind of worked out here, guess what? I get another tag team for Monday Night Artists. What tag team could it be? You're about to find out, because coming to Monday Night Artists, again, they fit what I'm going for here perfectly. You get the high flying, you get the hard hits and everything. Again, from NXT UK/NXT, please welcome Zach Gibson, James Drake, the Grizzled Young Veterans.
Didn't have them either.
Yeah, didn't have them either. That's a surprising one.
Okay. Well, next up, the first NXT UK champion, Tyler Bate.
Interesting. Okay.
And after Tyler Bate, we have the homeless Sami Zayn.
You called for Uber, right?
The homeless Sami Zayn. Okay.
We're gonna pay him in sandwiches. I think that's all he wants these days. Just food.
He's gonna have an Uber gimmick.
Okay.
On a bicycle.
So, for this next one here, I'm going to take former, I believe, 2-time or 1-time. I don't know how many times he's won it, but at least 2-time, or at most, I should say, at most 2-time former WWE 24/7 champion. I'm going to take Eric from the Viking Raiders there. And coming with him will be Mr. 305 Live himself, Ivar. I'm going to take both of them fuckers.
Oh,
we're fucked, dude. Not because
out of everybody on this list.
No,
the
one that did it.
No, it's not because of that. It's because of we're already more than halfway through our list.
Oh no, we're not fucked yet, because we still have.
I do like. All right. Do you want to do the second one?
Yep.
All right. So, first off, Smackdown, presented by Nick and Shubz, the B Show for best, takes Chad Gable.
See, he was somebody I was thinking, but I just wasn't for sure if I wanted.
I think he hasn't had a good enough moment to shine. I'd really like to see more of him just doing his thing in wrestling. Like, stop giving him stupid gimmicks. He doesn't need it. Like,
no, he didn't. He doesn't.
No. But who's our next pick?
Our next pick.
Oh yeah.
No, see, it's not. Oh yeah. Kind of wish it was, but no, it's even better than that.
Yeah.
Dreamy, if you will. Velveteen.
Fuck, he was on my list too.
I thought, honestly, we thought that you were going to pick Adam Cole first. And I said to Nick, yeah, because you said you were going to screw with us. So we thought you were picking Adam Cole first. And I said to Nick, if he picks Adam Cole first, we're putting Velveteen Dream first. And then you didn't pick Adam Cole.
Why would I figured y'all be going for Walter Dunn.
Walter and Dunn were in our top 5.
Oh, okay.
Adam
That's
Cole
why I
was
was
our
just
number
like,
1.
my first pick is gonna fuck y'all up. You know?
It kind of did, but not really. We still got our top 2, so.
Dream was only 28 on my list.
That's kind of surprising. I thought he would have been closer to top 5.
Oh God, because I mean it kind of fits what I'm going for here, but okay. All right, joining Monday Night Artists, which is the A show for awesome. Yeah, I can do it too, fucker. The leader of the universal truth, Elias.
It's a name we didn't have either.
And joining Elias will be the Archer of Infamy, Damian Priest.
Ah. All right. Well, Smackdown presented by Nick and Shubz, the B show for best.
Oh my God.
Will take the glorious Bobby Roode.
Okay. Yeah. I'm surprised he wasn't like in your top 5.
Yeah, I don't know.
Bobby Roode's dick.
He's not used that well anymore. I kind of forgot about him.
Okay. Next up, and actually we didn't have him on the original list, but given where we're at, Scottish Warrior, who I think is just Scottish Sheamus, but anyway, Drew McIntyre.
Drew McIntyre? Okay.
You were so against having Drew McIntyre on this list, too.
Yeah, but then I thought about it, and I thought, you know what, actually, Drew would fit it well.
We're pretty much just freestyling at this point anyways, so...
Well, even with the list we have, it's freestyle.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, my picks are about to start getting creative here in a minute because I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spots to fill here, so I'm about to start getting creative here. Coming in next, again, kind of fits what I want. High flying, hard hitting. I love them. I think they should use them more. But joining Monday Night Awesome, the A show for awesome, and that is Grand Metalik. Oh, calm down now.
Sorry, we didn't even have him on the list.
No, he wasn't even on the list.
And joining him, who's going to be joining him? Joining him will be the colossal Bronson Reed.
Had him on our list, though.
That's weird.
Not anymore.
All right, I'm gonna freestyle a little bit here, but SmackDown for Nick and Shubz, the B show for best, is going to complete the Undisputed Era and take Bobby Fish.
Okay. All right. Next.
What?
Dead air.
Hey, hang on a minute here. I'm looking. What if we're
live, pal?
We're not live.
we're close to live.
We're as close to live as we'll ever get.
Let's go with current Intercontinental Champion.
Ooh.
Apollo Crews.
I like this one. This one honestly should have been a little bit higher, I think.
That was actually, like, no shit. That was honestly my next pick I had.
No way.
It was.
Good job, Nick. Good job.
That was my next pick. So, I guess since Saba Simba is taken here, I will take another brother in his place.
From another mother?
Yes, and that will be current WWE 24/7 champion. That is R-Truth.
Damn, we didn't have him on the list.
We didn't have him on the list either, no.
And joining him... Shit. Joining him will be... Joining Monday Night Artists, the A show for awesome. Somebody I think he fits the style that I'm looking for, and that is going to be Shelton Benjamin.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a
All right.
freestyle. I didn't even have him written down.
You and Shelton. And sorry, what was your?
All right.
Who was that? Who did you pick out? Who was the first one there?
R-Truth.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so
Shelton.
Smackdown, presented by Nick and Shubz, the B show for best.
Oh my god.
Next pick is Bobby Lashley.
Okay.
And our next pick following Lashley, former member of the Hurt Business, former Raw Tag Team Champion, Mr. Big Swole, Cedric Alexander.
Okay. All right. So, coming to Monday Night Artist, the A show for awesome. I'm gonna rebrand him. He's no longer General Aziz or Dabakato, but he is gonna come over as Babatunde.
I see. I was gonna take him next this coming round as Nigerian male Aziz.
And as my he's listed last on my list, but I'll go ahead and take him now because I got some spots to fill. But
yeah.
no, I had him on my list and deleted him.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but again, I want a mix of hard fighting and some high flyers in there. So to compete with like people like Grand Metalik and Murphy and Ali, I'm gonna draft from main event. I'm gonna draft Humberto Carrillo.
Hey, he's getting a push against Sheamus. Come on now.
Yeah,
Sheamus
Humberto
is
Carrillo.
Around.
Well, you may have the A show for all right. But the B show over here for best Smackdown is drafting Randy Orton, the Legend Killer.
Oh, so you mean B for boring? Okay, got it.
Oh, and we don't even have the other half of RK Bro. Okay?
Yeah, I got him.
Whoa. Let's see here. This. Oh, well. Current New Day member, former WWE champion, but he's not coming in as a New Day member. He is readapting the Jamaican accent.
Hell yeah, the Jamaican accent.
Kingston.
How many more spots do I need to fill?
How many more spots do we need to fill in total?
Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 7, 8.
30. I have 36.
So 4 more spots.
So 4 more each, yeah.
Okay. So I guess just to fill out the spots here, coming over to Monday Night Artist, the A show for applesauce.
A show for applesauce.
Gotta change it up a bit.
Yeah.
I'm going to take the one and only, that being Ricochet.
See, we didn't have him either. Holy shit.
Yeah, I'll draft him from main event.
Yeah, pretty much.
I forgot to say main event counts.
Yeah.
And again, I like this guy. I hate that they don't use him and shit. But since I just need to fill a spot, I am going to take. Yeah, I'll take Lindsay Dorado.
Okay. Well, SmackDown Live, presented by Nick and Shubz. Next draft pick.
The B show for Bigger Boat.
Bigger Boat. I like that, actually. We're going to keep that slogan. We got a bigger boat here. We're going to take Alexa Bliss.
So you did add an extra woman. Oh, okay.
Yeah, we had a couple.
Okay. Alexa Bliss.
You know
okay.
What? Let's do it. We drafted the other member of Alpha Academy earlier.
Oh yeah.
Otis.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. For my last 2 picks, then, since y'all drafted another woman, I want to equal it out. I will take. Ooh, who's another woman that's available? Who are some women on the board here? Let's see. I will take. I don't want her. I don't really fit that. You know what? I'll take Dakota Kai.
Fair enough.
Okay.
And for my last male pick, I will take. Ooh, who do I want? You know what? I want another big boy who can go. And I think this guy can go, especially after seeing him at NXT UK Takeover Cardiff. I'm gonna take Joe Coffey.
Cardiff.
Whatever.
That was a name I was trying to think of. Fuck. Oh.
And that is my roster with Dakota Kai and Joe Coffey there.
All right. So, Smackdown, the B show for biggest boat.
No, bigger boat.
We got the biggest boat, though. We don't need a bigger boat. Presented by Nick and Shubz. It is going to have Dominic Mysterio.
Y'all are just whipping out shit now,
I want Dominic. He was on here, to be fair.
Considering we have the bigger boat. The last pick.
I was about to say it's the last pick Strowman did.
It's Braun. Yeah, it's Braun.
It's Braun. That only left us with 2 reserve picks. Holy shit.
I only needed like 5 slots to fill. Y'all only took like 5 people. And the only one I was really like butthurt about was Ciampa and Dream. Those are the only 2 I was really just like, nah, okay, I guess I can live with those. So just a little refresher.
You took 13 of our guys. Fucking hell.
So, all right, just a quick little rundown. I'm just going to go through them quick here so we're not here too long. So, Monday Night Artists, the roster, the A show for Applewood Bacon is going to be Pete Dunne, Shinsuke Nakamura, Walter, Cesaro, Keith Lee, Dominic Dijakovic, Buddy Murphy, Mustafa Ali, Timothy Thatcher, Charlotte Flair, Raquel Gonzalez, Mako Satomura, Xia Li, Sasha Banks, Riddle, Santos Escobar, both the Street Profits, Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins, L.A. Knight, Lacey Evans, Shotzi Blackheart, Dexter Lumis, Nia Jax, Dave Mastiff, Zach Gibson, James Drake, the Grizzly Young Veterans, Eric and Ivar, the Viking Raiders, Elias, Damian Priest, Grand Metalik, Bronson Reed, R-Truth, Shelton Benjamin, Babatunde, Humberto Carrillo, Ricochet, Lindsay Dorado, Dakota Kai, and Joe Coffey rounding out there. And for Nick and Shelby's SmackDown, the B show for
Bigger boat.
Bigger boat. Okay. I was trying to think of a food or something. They will have Adam Cole, Tommaso Ciampa, Kyle O'Reilly, Kevin Owens, AJ Styles, Evgeny Dragunov, Daniel Bryan, Shayna Baszler, Becky Lynch, Io Shirai, Rhea Ripley, Candice LeRae, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Shitty Cross, Finn Balor, Johnny Gargano, Bayley, Tony Storm, Jordan Devlin, Kaylee Ray, Aleister Black, Killian Dane, Roderick Strong, Tyler Bate, Sami Zayn, Chad Gable, The Velveteen Dream, Bobby Roode, Drew McIntyre, Bobby Fish, Apollo Crews, Lashley, Cedric Alexander, Randy Orton, Kofi Kingston, Alexa Bliss, Otis, Dominic Mysterio, and Braun Strowman. And just real quick, I want to throw out some names that didn't get picked, like Rey Mysterio was not drafted.
Yeah.
The Fiend.
Nah.
Fiend was not drafted.
He was Bray
Edge?
Wyatt, maybe.
Edge was not drafted. Damn, I had another name in mind right before. Sheamus. Sheamus was not drafted. Big E.
No Jeff Hardy.
No Jeff Hardy? Jeff Hardy was... Wow, I'm surprised I missed that one. No Woods. I did have Woods on my list at first, and then I took him off.
No Ziggler.
Yep, Ziggles.
I misunderstood this when you first told us, because I thought we couldn't draft if we got like... Oh, I'm trying to think of an example, but if we got one half of a tag team, I thought we couldn't draft the other half of the tag team the way you...
No, I meant like if you
Yeah.
like I draft a New Day, meaning you don't get both members.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
was unclear on that too.
Yeah.
That's what I meant. Like, you know how they do it in WWE where like, oh, I draft a New Day, so then they get all 3 fucking members.
Yeah.
That's how I meant, like, because then, you know, it leaves more people off the board is what I meant. All right, so yeah, some big names did get left off, but you know, so yeah, my show would be building stars. Your show is just kind of, you know, AJ Styles and fucking Randy.
Hey, we got Dominic Mysterio. He's gonna be like our
next.
next.
We got Kyle O'Reilly. We got Chad Gable. We got
some new guys.
Tyler Bate.
Yeah.
And how long before you start jobbing Tyler Bate out, huh?
Well, somebody's got to do a job eventually. There's a lot of stars on here.
Yeah, but Daniel Bryan, how much longer can he go, huh?
Roman Reigns, he's gonna be putting over the new guys. He'll be putting over guys like Tyler Bate. Roman Reigns is gonna be like the top heel for a little while. To be fair, I mean, come on.
Pete Dunne, first night WWE champion. Boom, done. Him and Walter, fucking 60-minute Iron Man match. Go.
Oh, God.
Beat the fuck out of each other. Have fun. I'll pay the bills. Commercial free.
Just that's the only direction you give them. Just beat the fuck out of each other.
Have fun. I'll pay your bills.
So, Artist, it's a pleasure working with you. What's the plan for tonight? All right, 60-minute Iron Man match. Beat the fuck out of each other. Go. Yeah, but
tell them like 2 minutes before they go on.
What's the finish and everything? I don't know. Figure it out. Go. Beat the fuck out of each other. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. Go.
Yeah, I was going to say.
First half of the show, 1 hour Iron Man match. Keith Lee, Dijakovic. Second half, fucking Pete Dunne, Walter. Boom. That's your first episode right there.
That's your whole first show. 2 matches.
Just 2 matches.
2 matches, man. People fucking line up for that shit.
Second hour commercial free.
whole show commercial free. I'll pull a fucking Trump, and the whole show would be commercial free.
Oh boy!
You would have to borrow from Trump in order to do that.
You would have to what?
You'd have to borrow from Trump in order to do that.
Yeah, but still, man, the money that I would make from those 2 matches alone, shit, I'd be lining up people around the block. And then next week we have like a full on show with like Buddy Murphy taking on like Ali in a banging opener right there. Then like maybe later on that night we have Ford and Dawkins taking on the Grizzled Young Veterans and shit. Man, shit. This is the fucking A show for Albatross right here.
Don't forget that bigger boat.
Yeah, we still got a bigger boat.
All right, so.
And our commentary team.
Oh, okay.
And Adnan Burke. That's a joke.
You want to draft commentators?
No.
You want to do a quick commentator draft?
No.
Okay, well I am Vic Joseph. Vic Joseph and Vic Joseph. That's it. That's all I need. Vic Joseph.
He's gonna do it Joey Styles.
Yeah.
Vic Joseph and Vic Joseph. That's all. No. Vic Joseph and Vic Joseph and Corey Graves. That's who's calling.
Which one's the real Vic Joseph?
No, that'd be sweet if they just repeated each other. Hi, I'm Vic Joseph. It's just repeating commentary.
And then Nick has
amazing
Adnan Verk or whatever. And
just Adnan Verk. Fuck Mike Adamley. We just need Adnan Verk.
Oh god.
Just need Adnan Verk. Okay, I'll just give you Adnan Verk. Okay, there you go.
Perfect.
All right, now it's time for the referee draft. Okay.
Oh god.
All right. So that was our Raw and SmackDown draft there. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that and everything. It didn't call again. This was like another one. I was like, I think we're gonna kill each other on. But I think how many did you say I took? 13?
I think you took 13 if I counted it
13.
right. Yeah.
I took their 13 and they took about 6 of mine. They took 5 men, 1 woman of mine.
And you only took 2 of our top 5.
Oh, see, that's why I went for Pete Dunne first. I was like, I want Pete Dunne first.
Yeah, he was number 5 and Walter was number 3.
All right, so we still have some show left, though, man. We still got the Sports Solicit Week, plus we got some viewer questions. But before we get to that, if you head on over to repsports.com, you can pick up some great products like Rep Sports pre-workout powder. You can mix that up with anything. You mix it in your water, mix it in your fruit juice, mix it with whatever, get you ready for that workout and everything. And while you're lagging through that workout, you can also get that energy up with some Raise Energy Drink. Help you refresh, get you no crash, no sugar, electrolytes, get that all pumped up and everything like that. And also, once you're all hyped up and everything from that workout and everything, you can calm yourself down with some great hyper sleep powder. Brings you down and everything, knocks you out in about 20 minutes. You can pick up all these products at repsports.com. And if you use my checkout code ARTIST at checkout, it'll save you 15%. Most places only give you 10, but I'm going to give you 15. Use checkout code ARTIST at checkout, save 15% on whatever you get. Hats, t-shirts, Raise Energy Drink. You can buy it by the case. You can buy it by the truckload, I think. I'm not even for sure. But you can definitely buy it by the case. I know that for sure. So you can get all that and more at our sponsor, repsports.com. All right. So let's head on over to the Rep Sports of the Rep Sports. Yeah, the Rep Sports list of the week here. That's what it is. No, it's actually the Sportster list of the week. The list coming from the sports.com. And this is an interesting one. I actually found this today before work, and it is 10 things from NXT that weren't as good as you remember. So they're basically saying that these things are not as awesome as we think they are. Right? And I think this list is going to piss at least one of us off. Well, it's already making me a little mad. The first thing here, number 10, is Velveteen Dream's big matches.
Well, that's vague.
That's what?
Yeah.
They're just saying really like all of his takeover matches.
NXT wanted to make Velveteen Dream one of the faces of the product, but things did not work out in the long run. Dream received a few high-profile matches against the likes of Adam Cole, Johnny Gargano, and Ricochet. Most of them don't hold up the same way, with his shtick no longer having the same appeal. NXT has stopped pushing Dream with the allegations about his misconduct with younger fans online, providing more controversy. Few fans of wrestlers even mention Dream today when discussing the best past bullshit, because his fucking match with Aleister Black at War Games is just outstanding.
I love the one with him against Cassius Ohno.
This, and not to mention, to be basing it off of, they didn't really stop pushing him because he did get hurt too.
Yeah, he did get hurt. He got into a car wreck during those allegations. So it was a little bit of both. They kind of took him off TV because of the allegations to wait for that to die down, that he was cleared of the allegations. Yep. But then he also got into a car wreck, and now I don't know why they're keeping him off TV. Maybe they're waiting for something, maybe they're waiting for something to inject him into. I don't know.
Yeah, I disagree with this entirely.
I disagree with that, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, but if you disagree with that, wait for number 9, because number 9 is the Samoa Joe versus Shinsuke Nakamura feud.
What?
Excuse me?
The signings of Samoa Joe and Shinsuke Nakamura added huge buzz to NXT as Triple H continued to move forward with the big news. Joe ended the dominant NXT championship reign of Finn Balor to start his run as top dog. Nakamura joining the promotion added new life as a top international draw. The rivalry between Joe and Nakamura felt big at the time, but the matches don't hold up as the same as most top NXT feuds.
What?
There were a couple title changes to devalue the title, which also didn't help.
Okay. They were doing that because they were going to Japan. Like, he won it. Did he not win it in Japan and then lost it in Toronto?
No, that was... Yep. Oh, yeah, he did.
Yeah, he won it because he was in Japan. Like, what the fuck? Oh, that is dumb.
Contribute to
this
list.
Right? Kenny Omega wasn't in this if this was in Japan.
This was written by a man called Joey Haverford.
I really don't like these
Well,
Sportster guys. Fucking
Haverford's
morons.
kind of a butthole.
Number 8 is oh 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 oh.
Oh,
Adam Rose's gimmick.
yeah, it was dated at that time because it was Russell Brand with a bunny. Get Him to the Greek was already
both
was
of you,
already a few
both
years
of
old
you,
at that point.
Both of you, get on your knees and kiss my ass.
No thanks.
No.
Fans were interested in the new gimmick of Adam Rose when he ditched the Leo Kruger gimmick. Rose's party and antics would see various extras in silly costumes dancing with him to the ring as the NXT fans got into it. Oh, whoa. Okay. The act clearly had a shelf life. Looking back at Rose, flopped immediately. He did not flop immediately on the main roster. Fuck you, Haverford. WWE's main roster creative team received some criticism for how little of an impact he made. Oh, this is making me mad. But Rose didn't have a high ceiling with the limited gimmick. NXT fans carried it with their chants that no longer had the same value today. Choose your next words wisely.
I don't have any.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, coming in at number 7 is Blue Pants.
Oh,
The fuck is
that made me sad as to how that played out. They kind of screwed her over.
You don't remember Blue Pants, Shelby?
No.
Leva Bates.
Who?
Leva Bates. She's the librarian. She was the librarian in AEW. But so the story with Blue Pants was that she was an independent, and the crowd loved Blue Pants so much because she wore blue pants that they kept bringing her back. But then they lowballed her on a contract offer, and she didn't sign.
See, that's not the story I heard.
See, that's what I always knew.
The story I heard is that she had some backstage heat because, like, her T-shirt or something that she was doing sold well. Something like a T-shirt they made for her sold well, and she got like really high and mighty about it. Like, hey, my T-shirt sold well and shit, and like people backstage were like, hey man, fuck you, like you're barely even here.
Yeah.
You talk about your T-shirt and everything. So then after the whole vaudevillain thing, which it mentions here, the vaudevillains would get Blue Pants to help defeat Blake and Murphy, who had Alexa Bliss in their corner.
Oh,
Fans
that's
eventually
why I
grew
don't know who
tired.
this is.
Fans eventually grew tired of the act, and it didn't hold much value beyond Leva's NXT time.
See, I didn't start watching NXT till 2016.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's why.
Coming in at number 6 is the Authors of Pain winning the Dusty Classic.
Really?
Nope, just made it up.
At the time, I was like, what? But now I get why. I just wish they wouldn't have fucked him so hard on the main roster.
In retrospect, the duo was not the best choice, even though they had strong potential. WWE tried to elevate the Authors of Pain too quickly, with the NXT run leading to an early main roster call-up. The lackluster.
That was what they fucked up.
Yeah. The lackluster stint on Raw ended with a fast release to harm their bigger NXT accomplishments.
And I honestly think the biggest mistake they made was taking Paul Ellering away, but I think that was more his decision than theirs.
It was his decision.
He didn't want to be on the road all the time.
That's what I thought, but like they should have just kept him in NXT for longer, or like gave him like a Paul Heyman or somebody to be their mouthpiece, because like they're so much better as just like menacing looking heels in the background.
Now, you saw the breaking of a man on the top 50 list with myself. The Dave Meltzer best matches list saw the breaking of Nick. I think we're going to see the breaking of Shubz here tonight, because number 5 on the list of best NXT things that are not, what is it called again? Fuck, I don't even know. 10 things from NXT that weren't as good as you remember. Coming in at number 5, Bobby Roode's title reign.
What? Come on.
Yep,
that's bullshit. That's stupid.
I knew
He
that
was so over.
See, this is why, like, when I saw this list, this morning, I was like, this is the one for tonight.
He was so over. Yeah.
He was so over.
See here, Rude ended Shinsuke Nakamura's NXT Championship reign, and it felt like a great move at the time. Most of Rude's defenses as champ were underwhelming without the benefit of holding up in the long run. Even the moment losing the belt to Drew McIntyre was most remembered for Adam Cole's debut afterwards.
Well, fair, but I mean,
Yeah.
he still had some great matches, and I mean, Hideo Itami is not a fucking good good challenger. Roderick Strong was not a good challenger. Like, what the fuck?
Well, Hideo Itami was not a good challenger. I'm sorry.
Come on.
I never got the appeal of that guy. I'm sorry.
Really?
Yeah,
I think they could have done a better job with him.
Yeah.
But like, I like Hideo Itami. I mean, the entrances alone for Bobby Roode were championship entrances. Bobby Roode carried himself as a champion. He looked like a champion. He could wrestle like a champion. Like, oh, I don't get that. I really don't.
I knew this would break you. I was like, this is gonna break fucking Shubz tonight. All right, coming in at number 4 is Ty Dillinger's 10 chance.
That shit was so annoying.
What?
No, hear me out. Hear me out.
Okay.
That gimmick, the 10 gimmick, turned into everything being fucking 10. You couldn't even understand what number the referee was on when he was counting somebody outside the fucking ring. It was just 10. It was a cool gimmick.
Yeah.
But
I was gonna say that's what made it great. Like,
it just ruins matches.
Even Brian, like, instead of yes, it's 10. Oh, yeah. No, I actually.
The fans are all chanting 10, 10, 10. The referee 2.
I was
3, 10.
watching it's right, NXT from Secret to Sensation, and they were talking about Ty Dillinger, and Big E's just like, you had no idea what the fucking referee was counting. It's just everything was 10. It was cool, but like, just not a good idea. It got too over.
This one pisses me off, and that is Jushin Liger's appearance at number 3.
Oh, come on.
Yes. Triple H wanted to have a special atmosphere for the first NXT TakeOver special in a major venue at the first Brooklyn show. The night opened by Japanese wrestling icon Jushin Liger making his one WWE appearance in NXT against Tyler Breeze. Liger got the approval from New Japan to appear for NXT and work on a huge stage, but the match itself unfortunately disappointed, as there was little importance to it. Liger could have worked a bigger name on that card to have a stronger long-term impact today. I thought the match was fine.
Yeah.
It's more of a rub on Tyler Breeze, too, isn't it?
Yeah.
It was an exhibition, clash of style type deal.
Well, you knew it wasn't going to be a full-time thing.
Yeah.
You knew it was a one-time deal.
Yeah.
You knew what the appeal of Jushin Liger was, or at least
Sportster people are fucking retarded.
Like,
plus, when fucking Liger picked up his selfie stick and acted like he was taking selfies, fucking genius.
I think they got the wrong batch opium over at sports.
Yeah.
So I think number 2 is actually going to trigger you two the fucking most. So I'm actually going to do number 1 next.
Okay.
That's how much I think it's going to trigger you two.
Okay.
So actually, number 1 is actually, it just says Big Cass and Enzo Amore.
Yeah, fuck them.
Really?
I fucking hate them. Can't stand them, especially Enzo.
Really annoying after a while, and actually, I got to the point where I felt bad for Cass having to stand behind that. And
but here's what it says here, and But here's what it says, and I disagree with this here. And it says both wrestlers were huge failures on the main roster. Disappointing tag run, which I disagree. Yeah, they never won the tag titles, but like whether you like them or not, they were fucking still over as a tag team.
Yeah.
Okay. Then it says here, even worse singles pushes. Yes, Cass did not have the fucking best singles push. And again, love him or hate him, Enzo has 2 fucking cruiserweight titles under his belt when it kind of still fucking meant something.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's surprising in itself.
So, but see, when I saw this as number 1, I was like, fucking really? Like, I disagree with it. I don't think Enzo and Cass should be on there. I think like good
The
old fashioned,
Ascension.
like good old fashioned Kaz and Enzo, like, you know, my name Enzo Amore, I'm a certified, you know, the fucking whole spiel and everything. I love, you know.
Well, there's no denying that he was really good on the mic. Like there really
Yeah.
isn't, you know what I mean? So that's all well and good. I didn't like, even when they made their debut on the main roster. I wasn't watching at that point, but I was watching when Enzo and Cass were on the main roster, and like I always hated him. I always just I couldn't stand the gimmick.
Yeah, I thought I'd be a little triggered by that, but I guess not. But I think you two are going to be a little fucking triggered by this, and that is the number 2 spot. We did 1 and 2 separate for those of you listening. Oh man, I'm kind of afraid to say it because you two are going to flip shit. The Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa matches.
Oh, come on now. That's bullshit.
What did they say though?
Okay. NXT invested a lot of time and effort into the long Johnny Gargano versus Ciampa feud. Ciampa turned on Gargano to end their DIY tag team before he suffered an injury that put the program on hold until he returned. The two would have a handful of matches that felt great at the time due to the investment in the program. The rivalry returned in 2020 when Gargano was now the heel. The match would not connect the same way and expose the prior matches as well. Gargano and Ciampa had some of the longest matches in WWE history that just feels wrong comparing them to bigger feuds that held up better.
That's kind of fair. I mean, those matches were really strong, really long. They were ridiculously
but they were
long.
good.
They were good, but like, even like I look back at like
that.
Like go back and watch the Last Man Stand. Excuse me. Go back and watch the Last Man Standing match between these two, and tell me that wasn't a heart-pounding moment when, like, oh, Gargano's got it won, and then Ciampa slips off that stage, and it's like, fuck, he fucking landed on his feet.
Honestly, was it the first one where they tore up the mat?
I think, yeah, that was the unsanctioned match.
That I think was my favorite one. I loved that finish on the mat.
The Last Man Standing was better.
It was good, and that's fair. I'm not a big fan of Gargano anymore either, and I really don't like heel Gargano. I mean, he wasn't heel for most of this, but I can see, like, just on length alone why people would kind of be like, you know, whatever. Because I don't think I could go back and watch those matches now. Like, it's just they're too long.
Okay, interesting. All right, so that was the Sportster list of the week there. So now let me pull up our viewer questions. We actually have some here, so let me pull those up. There we go. All right. So, Wet Movie 1, a.k.a. Brendan, he sent us a nice little weird batch here. And that is, the first question here is, how much do you love me?
Lots. And long time.
Lots.
Yeah, lots and long time. Long time? Long time.
Yeah, there you go. And number 2 is, will you marry me?
Yes.
Okay.
100 times yes.
Okay.
I'm sorry. No.
I'm sorry, no. And number 3 is, who is the best wrestler of all time, do you think?
Oh, God. Honestly, he's not my favorite of all time, but I think I'd probably have to make a case for Ric Flair.
Well, your opinion is wrong.
I would have to make a case for Chris Jericho.
Jake the Snake Roberts, baby.
Well, okay.
All right. So those were Brendan's questions here. And then the last few here come from 2 different people, but there's a couple questions here. And the first one is from Stug138, and that is, what retired wrestlers would you like to see come back to wrestling? I would like to see Mojo Rawley come back.
I don't think Mojo Rawley's retired. I think he was just fired.
Considering that I doubt anybody else is going to want him, he's retired. Mojo Rawley.
Yeah, that's fair enough. You know what, actually? Because I know this guy is technically retired, or at least I'll count him as retired, just due to what we've heard about him and what's been reported. Bo Dallas. Bo Dallas would be one I'd like to see come back.
What is it with you two's obsession with fucking Bo Dallas?
I feel so bad for him. You know, I really do. Like, he knew his fucking, pink slips were coming and just decided he needed to figure out how to sell houses to make a living. And he shouldn't have to do that,
Like,
But
Nick wanted fucking Bo Dallas to be the Fiend so bad, and now you're just like, I want Bo Dallas back. Like, what is it with you two's fucking obsession with Bo Dallas?
You gotta believe, man.
What do you believe in so much?
I saw him during the peak of the Bo weekend, and that might be part of it. I really got him going at that show. So I was fourth row ringside. The show was headlined by Sheamus and Del Rio. It was the before intermission match with Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose. It wasn't a very good card. Anyway, so there was a match, Bo Dallas versus Tyson Kidd, and it was during the Natty's husband chant. So people started chanting Natty's husband while I started chanting Wyatt's brother, Bo Dallas, and he started freaking out. Like, he put his hands over his ears and he started shaking his head. And then I started getting louder and more people started doing it. Tyson Kidd kind of pointed at him and laughed, and then like made this like motion of this like really thick beard. And then like Bo Dallas like did this little crouch and like cry thing in the corner. They went back to the match. It was good.
Like, please stop.
You gotta love it when they sell fan interaction.
Yeah.
It just makes you want to do that kind of shit more.
I think the obvious one, not Mojo Rawley, but I mean, hey Mojo, if you're listening, come back, buddy. But I think the obvious one, I think CM Punk.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Steve Austin.
That's another one I was thinking as well.
Yeah. Hey,
they're about the only two that haven't ever returned from a retirement.
Once they go back to Saudi and Saudi writes that big fat check, I could see Austin coming back for one.
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so either.
Not
even
after
for the Saudis?
Not after Shawn Michaels regretted it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because they wrote that fat check for Michaels. Michaels like, hell yeah, I'm back, and then look what happened. This cancer-ridden ass, Yeah. I only say that because he was bald.
Yeah.
All right, and the next one here from Stug138 is there has been wrestlers that left wrestling to become movie stars. What current pro wrestlers would you like to see leave wrestling to become actors or actresses? I swear to Christ, if you say Bo Dallas, I will fucking end the show.
He already left wrestling.
Just say it. Well, I think an obvious one for me, I'm actually wearing her shirt as we record this, and that is Charlotte Flair. Even though she's actually done a couple movies right now, but shit, put Charlotte Flair in a movie tomorrow, man. I'll watch it.
I'm going to get some heat. Kenny Omega and Don Callis.
Do you just want them out of the wrestling business?
I want them in a
I'm all for it.
Movie.
You want him in a what movie?
What's that?
I want him in a shitty buddy cop movie directed by like Tim Story or something.
Directed by who?
Tim Story, the guy that did Barbershop.
Oh my god.
I like it. I would say Cameron Grimes or R-Truth. I think they're both very talented and very funny people.
To be fair, R-Truth was in a movie. He wasn't a wrestler.
That's true. I mean, that's a small part, though.
Yeah. But Cameron Grimes, really?
I think he's entertaining. I think he could do
a good movie. I mean, nothing about him being not entertaining. I'm just, except for this fucking $1 million Grimes shit he's doing. But, now if he came out on NXT tonight doing the UE shit with the UE armband and he was Undisputed Era, fucking sign me up.
No, I would come and kill you. Just for giving him that idea.
He would manage to find a way over there.
He heard it on your show.
No, he came up with the idea.
Even though there's still a travel ban, Shelby would find a way to get across.
Yeah, I'll find a way.
No, he came up with the idea himself. He went to Roderick Strong backstage and was just like, hey, man, I could buy the rights to the Undisputed Era and take it straight to the moon. Like, he came up with that himself. I had nothing to do with that.
Please, no, you're hurting me.
Grimes makes his own Undisputed Era.
Don't ruin the Undisputed Era.
If he redid the Undisputed Era and stopped this $1 million grime shit, oh my god, he'd be like my hero.
What if he
No.
restarted the Undisputed Era and it was like with guys like
Undisputed Grimes.
Undisputed Grimes? Oh no.
That's a great
It's Undisputed
idea,
Era,
actually.
but with Cameron Grimes, Isaiah Sorb Scott, the Velveteen Dream, and
No, it's Drake Maverick, Killian Dane, Leon Ruff, and Cameron Grimes.
but
There
they're
you
all
go.
faces.
So?
Oh,
Okay, all right, whatever. You think my idea was bad, right?
Yeah, your idea was bad.
All right, these questions here come from Andrew. Andrew asks, what tag teams do you think deserved a run with the titles who never did? Enzo and Cass.
Ew.
Rusev Day.
Oh, that's a good one.
Michaels and Jannetty.
Yeah?
Yeah, why not? I can't think of another tag team right now, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And I think that they should have. I mean, they
That,
did.
if we count other places, I always thought in TNA, Shark Boy and New Jack should have got a run.
Shark Boy and New Jack.
New Jack.
Yeah, you've never seen.
Yeah.
Oh my God, look that up later.
Yeah.
Was New Jack
Look
in
up
TNA?
like Impact has a video on it. It's like the unlikely duo of, or I forgot what it's called, but there's like a video on Shark Boy and New Jack. They were like a short-lived tag team in the early days of TNA. Oh my God, they were fucking genius.
New Jack was in TNA?
Yeah, in the early days when they were still like just mainly like using,
I'm surprised anybody booked him. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. But yeah, he did like a short little tag team with Shark Boy and shit. Oh God, it was fucking hysterical.
Jesus Christ.
I would have put the tag title belts on them so fucking quick. It wouldn't have been. But Shark Boy, New Jack puts on a Shark Boy match, dude.
New Jack would never do that.
But he did it.
I'll
find the video and I'll send it.
When
I'll put it in the chat. It's fucking outstanding.
When you said Shark Boy, I thought you were gonna say Shark Boy and Curry Man.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind that one either.
Yeah,
it would have been interesting.
He's spicy. He tastes great. He's Curry Man.
Curry Man.
Pretty much anybody who teams with Shark Boy should have got a fucking.
I loved Shark Boy at that point doing the Steve Austin gimmick. That was fucking amazing.
Oh, Shell, yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much, if you team anybody with Shark Boy, they should have got a tag title run. Period.
Shark Boy and Steve Austin.
Yeah. And in WCW, I think anybody who ever teamed with the Disco Inferno should have got a tag title run. All right, Andrew. Again, who would you want to least piss off in a bar? The Steiner Brothers or the Islanders? I think.
Oh God.
I wouldn't want to piss off.
I think the Islanders. No.
I don't want to piss off the Islanders. Because
I could probably just confuse Scott with some math and squeak out.
Fuck, who's gonna rip your face off before you would even be able to open your eyes? Like,
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't want to.
Steiner's about to attack me. I'd be like, whoa! What are the chances of you winning this fight right now? And then he goes to like a long math speech, and boom, I'm out the back door.
You're out of there.
Exactly. You've left and already got home. Like
he's still like running down the math numbers and shit, and he gets done. Like, where'd he go?
What's Rick doing during this though?
Rick's like, he's gone, dude.
He's gone.
The Islanders, on the other hand, that shit, you just look at them wrong, and they're just like, come here.
Well, you've heard stories about them too, right? Like,
well, I just know they're shit. Not even like the stories I heard. I just know they're fucking tough.
Yeah.
All right, another one from Andrew here, and this, I mean, this is not a knock against Andrew, but like, there's actually people out there who believe this, and that is, do you think the Montreal Screwjob was a work?
No.
Fuck him. If he doesn't do business, we do business for him.
Yeah.
One of the best Triple H quotes I've ever fucking seen in my life.
Yeah.
I think that the answer you're looking for there, Andrew, is no. We don't think it's work.
No. Would be a hell of a work if it was, though.
I know, man. It should. Finally, for Andrew, would you rather have seen Hogan versus Flair at WrestleMania 8 and Hogan versus Austin at WrestleMania 18, had the booking gone as planned, or do you prefer the alternatives that happened? Oh yeah, we all love that Hogan and Sid match. So the question is, would you have rather seen Hogan and Flair and Hogan and Austin, or did you prefer Hogan and Rock and Hogan and Flair? I mean, Hogan and Justice, I'm sorry.
I think I preferred Hogan and Rock, but
Hogan
I don't
and Rock,
know.
but not Hogan and Sid.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I disagree with that one too.
But if you pick that,
I thought it was always supposed to be Savage, though.
But if you pick, no, it was originally supposed to be Hogan and Flair. Like, there's even
but the house shows didn't run it well.
Well, not even that. There's like even a video package where, like, I think it's Jack Tunney. He's like, I'm here to announce the #1 contender for WrestleMania 8, and it's like fucking Hogan, Sid, Flair. Oh no, not Flair. I'm sorry. Piper, a couple others like sitting at a table, and it's just Jack Tunney like, I announced that it's Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan's like, yeah, it's me, brother. Yeah, and then all of a sudden it changed to fucking Macho Man later.
I mean, I know they've obviously worked and had matches since then, but I feel like Hogan Flair is a bit of a style clash. I feel like Flair and Savage is probably a much better option between the two.
I will say, like,
but I did watch that match recently, and I didn't think it was as good as I thought it would be.
Although I will say, like, like going into Rock and Hogan, I did not expect it to be anything, even at that age. You know, like, I was just like, fucking Rock and Hogan, like, fucking whatever. But then, like, I'm sorry, but if, like, I wish there was a way I could watch that match without commentary and just listen to the crowd, because the crowd makes that fucking match.
Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, fuck yeah.
I mean, that's like one of the best crowds ever, where it's like, Rocky, 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 then it just fades for a second. Rocky, Hogan, Hogan, oh, that's like the fucking greatest thing ever.
Bizarro World, man. That's Toronto, Ontario, Canada for you.
You know? Oh.
I love that. It just pauses. It dies down.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like some weird song you're listening to. You know?
It's like the in-between of two songs.
Yeah. You know? Rocky, Rocky, Hogan, Hogan, Hogan.
To the point where they just switch heel right in the middle of the match.
Yeah, I know that. It's in Nash and Hall out there. Like, go out there and have Hogan turn on you. Okay. Don't tear your quad. All right.
Scott, you're not.
I mean,
I know.
Austin Hogan would have been better than Austin.
Scott, put down your drink before you go out there. Oh, sorry, brother. All right.
Just one more sip.
Hold on. I got time, brother. There's this great Kevin Nash story. We did have some other questions, but one of them was he was being a dick, and so hence my opening statement. If you're gonna leave questions, that's fine, but make sure they're directed towards all of us and don't be a fucking asshole about it. But there's this great Kevin Nash story I once saw online, and it's so fucking good. I wish I could find it again. But he's talking about how Bischoff went to him at a Nitro when they were like doing them at the beaches and shit, and basically it was one of the rare times Bischoff was just like, I can't let you go on tonight. And he's like, why? He's like, because you're drunk. I can't let you do this. And he's like, I'm not drunk, Eric. He's like, yes, you are. I'm not letting you go out there and perform tonight. And he's like, okay, watch this. And they had like the little balconies and shit. And he saw a girl or a guy up there saying, hey, what are you drinking? And the person calls down, Boilermaker. And he's like, throw it down. So the person drops the drink down from the balcony, and Kevin Nash grabs it without dropping a drop of it and takes a sip of it and says, if I were drunk, could I do that? And Bischoff,
you know what's funny?
And Bischoff said, okay, you can go on tonight. And then like the interviewer asked, like, so were you drunk? He was like, yeah, I was totally wasted.
Do you know what a Boilermaker is?
No.
It's a shot of whiskey dropped into a pint of beer.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
So it's kind of funny, actually.
So I just always love that Kevin Nash story. Like, but were you really wasted? Yeah, I was totally wasted.
I saw a clip on Reddit today of him walking out to the ring with a fucking beer in his hand, giving Goldberg a jackknife, and then walking back with the beer. Like it was like a beer bottle, and it was like WCW in like the 2000s.
Oh, that was WCW 2000 for you.
Yeah, no shit.
All right. Well, speaking of these old segments and everything here, that leads us into our vintage pick of the week. So, vintage pick of the week for me, damn it, I just had it. Oh, man, I just watched it the other day, too. What was it? Oh, crap, I forgot. Because I was like, oh, this is my vintage pick of the week. It was like a little segment, too. I forgot. Damn it. Go ahead. Pick yours, Nick. Let me sit here and think.
Hang on here. So from WWE Vengeance 2003, it's the APA Invitational Barroom Brawl featuring APA, Spanky, Brother Love, Funaki, and a whole other host of wacky characters, including the Easter Bunny and Doink the Clown.
Fucking Barroom Brawl. I remember that being promoted.
Oh, my God.
Oh, fuck.
Shelby, what's your vintage pick of the week?
So I did
what 1980 classic are you going to make us watch this week?
It's not quite 1980s, but I almost forgot about this, and I was looking it up while we were talking. I actually don't really have one, but I did watch Royal Rumble 93 this week, and I kind of like the Shawn Michaels and Mari Jannetty match for the Intercontinental Championship, so I'm going to go with that one. Didn't see anything amazing this week, so.
I can't think of what mine originally was. I know it was a segment, but I can't recall what the hell it was because I was like, oh, this is my vintage pick of the week. But I'll probably think of it next week. That's usually how it's been working out. But mine, I'll actually give you not only just a match, but actually one of my favorite matches that a lot of people seem to shit on. I don't understand why people shit on this match, man, because like maybe it's like the childhood in me that sees the good in it or something. But like whenever I watch this match, I think it's brilliant. It's from WCW Uncensored 96, I believe. And that is Sting and Booker T versus the Road Warriors in a Falls Count Anywhere match.
Okay.
Fuck you.
No, it just was a weird combination, Sting and Booker T versus the Road
Well,
Warriors.
I forgot the story behind it. Like, there was a reason why they teamed together, and like it's been so long as I've seen like the storylines and shit behind it because I don't have the network. I'm pretty sure if I watched it, I'd remember because I'd be watching it. But it was just I always loved that match, and I don't understand. People were just like, "Oh, that's not a good match" and shit like that. I'm like, "Well, the match is fucking dope, man!" Like, man, you got fucking Hawk no selling pile drivers left and right and shit. You got Luger beating the shit out of Animal in the back. You got Booker T doing Harlem hangovers and shit. And, oh God, it's great. And that's even before the fucking triple decker cage match of Doom from Hell shit they got going on. You know? God, the match is fucking great, man. I fucking love it. So,
just seeing here, apparently, as the final note there on APA Invitational Barroom Brawl, the Easter Bunny in that match is played by Aaron Stevens, Damian Sandow.
Wow.
oh.
Yeah.
That was a long time before he debuted.
Yep.
Oh, so
He
he
must
was
have been pretty young.
He was a poor bastard before he was a poor bastard.
Yep.
Well, he was the Easter Bunny. Then he was part of the Teacher's Pets tag team as Idol Stevens.
Yep.
When he was beardless, and then when they were feeding tag teams to Kendrick and London of all teams, and then he went away again for a while and came back as Sandow.
And the conquistadors in that match were Johnny Jeter and Rob Conway.
Fucking Rob Conway. Just look at me.
I was waiting for it.
Ain't I a sight to see? I'm sorry, that theme music was hot. I'm sorry. That was hot music. That's an episode we need to do. We need to do an episode on theme music, but I just need to figure out a way to do it. To where we don't get copywritten every 8 seconds. Because obviously we can't play them, So.
We could sing them.
Oh, yeah, because I'm sure that's what people want to listen to.
Yeah.
In fact, I have to beg them each week. Like, leave some fucking questions, you fuckos.
Well, maybe if you didn't call them that.
I didn't really call them.
You just did.
Well, now, yeah, but oh my God. So, there is the bell, and that signifies the end of the three-way dance. And we had a pretty loaded show here, man. We had some good news. We had a good draft, which didn't go, but we have another we have a different kind of draft coming up, and it's not my idea. This is actually Shubz's idea. And we'll go over the rules of that and everything on the next week's episode here, but it's going to be a little bit of a different type of draft here. This, we'll just say we use the current roster and active roster there on our draft here, but we got something different planned for your next week here. So keep listening to the three-way dance and such like that if you like. And again, leave some questions in the comment down below. And if you can't leave a question for all three of us without being a fucking cock nozzle, don't even leave questions at all. And so until next week, remember, visit repsports.com and use checkout code ARTIST, and then you can save 15% on whatever you get there. Again, some places only give you 10. You know, hell, some places don't even give you a discount. You know, I mean, you can use checkout code ARTIST anywhere. I just can't guarantee it's going to save you anything. But it'll definitely work at Reps. It'll definitely work at repsports.com, you know. So until next time, for Shubz and Nick, I am the Artist Version 1, and remember, be breezy.